Hello, hello, hello. What a brilliant morning we have here. Saturday morning for me, 9 a.m. We're starting off today with 1.17.1. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for people to get in. Because, it's been a while. But hello there, Mr. Cheese. Hello there, Colonel Millet. How are you doing today? We're starting off today with a good old-fashioned 1.17.1 world because in this snapshot, uh, they added the ability to convert older worlds to newer ones. Now, this is still in its beta. It's new technology, new blending technology, and stuff like that. So this has never been done before. Previously, when Minecraft updated terrain generation, they didn't really care for the conversion from old worlds to new worlds. So you got chunk boundaries, misplaced stuff, and we're gonna check over that. But what you should expect right now is that if you upgrade a world, by the way, I'm gonna say don't upgrade your world yet. Of course, this is still the snapshot. Don't think about that unless you really want a lot of deep slate with not a lot of caves underneath the world. But yeah. Hello, hey Mr. Cheese, hey Derek Mitchell, how are you going? How are you going? How are you doing today? How are you going? How are you going there, son? But yes, we are here today to check out the world conversion stuff. So and plus the seeds have been shifted again. So what we've been seeing in the last snapshots, we won't be able to compare directly with the world that we keep on trying to compare to have a baseline. But yeah, we're going to make another world here, make it lagging, and we're gonna load up the world. We're gonna see how far we can look out of the world, right? And we're gonna see how how it changes due to the next one, and then we'll go to the server. The server's already loaded with the snapshot. The server, I could just go into Kernel World for that, but we can check out the differences if we just do this, right? So we're gonna go in creative. We're gonna get data pack. No, not data pack. Still has to verify, you know. Still has to verify even if you click nothing. Update weather off. Advanced time of day off. Let's see. What else can we do that wouldn't be great? Let's do keep inventory after death. Yada yada. We're just doing this for a test world. And more world options. We're gonna put lagging in the world generator, although the seed will not be comparable, but we'll see how it switches after using the same seed in the new generation, right? Here we go. It's Angry Roach, by the way. Oh, oh, hey, Roach. I don't know if I should call you Angry Roach. You know, maybe you're a tired but awake Roach. Just kidding. But hey, how you doing? What other people see new Snapshot Day? What I see crazy conversation day. You're gonna have a crazy conversation if Tabby comes in. But yeah, here we go. Actually, we're in quite a spot. Let me put my chunks. Okay, we're at 16 chunks. Okay, since in 1.17 your chunk your server render distance is the same as your server loading distance. I forget what they're actually called. Or we can we'll go up. Hey. We'll go up. So we spawn in a jungle, and as you can see, this is our jungle. Nice. I think we loaded all 16 chunks out, and let's see how it blends this all when we go into 1.18. Because, so here's the thing: if you've seen any videos of the chunk borders, you'll see that the biome blending is like nothing, right? It just cuts right through. The only blending they really show in the snapshot is terrain blending. So it's smoothing out the terrain, but not the biomes. And I think Bedrock already does some biome blending. But you'll see it when we go over, because I have biome blending turned on to 0. You can see harsh lines, and then we'll see the harsh lines for the biome blending there. But all in all, I think the terrain generation is pretty good, because you have to imagine this, right? When you're doing this sort of stuff, you can imagine it's just creating like just mathematically smoothing out between the things. But Minecraft has a lot of holes. Minecraft also has a lot of caves. They have a lot of trees and stuff like that may have not been saved or loaded. And plus, if you're in like, if you're in a spawn, right? If you're nether portaling out, you're creating a hole in the terrain where that terrain is 1.17.1, but everything in between the terrain that you haven't discovered could be future terrain generation, right? So there's always like the biome blending the biome and terrain blending has to account for all the changes in where chunks are saved and stuff like that. So we're gonna look at that. Mildly annoyed, Roach. Lol. Yes. Okay. We're gonna do it. Actually, we have a lot of FPS. I usually don't have this much FPS, but sodium, cool, right? Dungeon Quest is unfair, apparently. And now we're gonna load into 1.18 snapshots. Oof. That was an oof. Okay. My whole display just flickered. Yeah. So I will say this. It is considerably different, my setup right now. I have 2 monitors stacked upon each other on their own monitor stand, clamped down to the desk, right? And there's always just one of these monitors. One of these monitors is always like I'm gonna update everything when I move, right? When I get updated, right? And it's so weird. It's so weird. And plus, it just did the same thing. It just did what I didn't want it to do. Okay. All my stuff is on another screen at the moment. Cool down, game. Yeah, my monitors are messed up at the moment. I was messing with some stuff, not messing up with some stuff. Okay, there we go. We should have it back to the thing. I hope we get throw the snapshot fast, because my crazy cousin is coming over today. Don't you worry about a thing. I want to get through it fast too, because my family is also coming over. One day, somewhere in the future, my work will be quoted. Okay. 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 That's not how it works. Great job, Minecraft. Great job. Why? Why not deal with this now? I just want to play the game. Let's put it up here. Let's see if this works up here, because it's probably that monitor. Yeah, it is that monitor. What a sigh. What a bad time. Now we can play full screen and look at the stuff at the same time without everything resizing and flickering. Okay. Although it could be AMD drivers. But yeah. So this is the whole thing, right? When I talked about biome tech, biome blending tech, terrain blending tech, world blending tech. We're gonna go into the same world, and we're gonna look at the edges. And I don't really care about this world. I just made it. I could just put in lagging again, right? Oh no, he's here. Well, see you on the other side. Well, have a good rest of your day, Mr. Cheese. I'll see you in the next one. Unless you come back at a time where you can. Interestingly enough, it didn't give me a warning to upgrade my world. I remember seeing that on Bedrock. Yeah, the Bedrock betas do warn you when you're upgrading your world. They want to create a backup and stuff like that. Actually, it did tell me to make a backup, but I think that was the regular backup. It wasn't the sort of thing that you'd see that on Bedrock where it would say that you would expand your world downwards and across and upwards, right? This was just a regular, like, if you're gonna update this, make sure you're gonna backup because it might crash, might corrupt. Hey, Mohammed Umer Saeed. Welcome back. How are you doing today? It's fine morning. And as you can see, everything's loading so slowly. Um, actually, we could do that, right? Render distance we can keep the same. We'll keep the simulation distance. We'll keep it pretty low. We'll load the render distance better, right? So it looks all the same, right? We got our 16 chunk render distance. Now we can fly around here. I think the most noticeable thing you'll see is probably the oceans, because they'll blend. They might not overlap right, and they will create a huge border, a huge line there. Although it does translate back into some bamboo jungles, which is interesting enough. Okay, that didn't really. I mean, I guess yeah. I think this was originally the same biome as this. It was saved as that, but you can see like it's a little bit jigsawy with the biome tech blending up here. I'll just go across here. We'll check that out. Yeah, there is a sharp blend here. With by the way, I am lagging a lot. I'm moving very slowly so that it doesn't jump every single time I'm looking at this. But you can see that jungle and let's actually get a spyglass. You see that jungle and dark oak actually mix in, although it's actually kind of, ooh, that's interesting, right? The I mean, I think that's just, I thought the trees blended in, but no, it's just the biome color. I mean, I guess that tree probably blended in. What about that mushroom? Did that mushroom get cut? Yeah, the tree got cut too. Okay. So they definitely haven't done anything with the biome blending yet. They've only done terrain, because as you can see, it's not that harsh. Although, these kind of borders are not like what you would expect from jungle biomes in general, from dark oak biomes. Wouldn't be a huge terrain change difference, but yeah, you can see we still got some issues here with some caves touching it, right? With some caves that try to cut in, but they are stopped by the border. We still got some issues with that. Like I said, one of the issues is that Minecraft worlds are very holy. we got a lot of cut off things here. Oof. I mean, all in all, the what you would see when if you don't know this, Minecraft actually generates like an alpha map or something like that is just stone from when it creates the world with the seed, right? And it's just trying to blend those maps before it replaces everything, right? But things that are already loaded, things that are already saved, are going to be like that. Although you could say like that was 16 chunk render distance, right? But you can only load 8 chunks around you, right? So it doesn't really have to save the 8 chunks further, or whatever your render distance was, right? Like, it doesn't have to load that. I mean, I guess since it wasn't tied to simulation distance before, or since it was tied to simulation distance before, it was loading all this. But if you can only stimulate like an 8 chunk area, it should also, I think it should use the terrain that you could have seen, right? And blend that as well to make it more interesting, because you haven't interacted with that terrain, nor have you saved it in any way, right? So you've just like, or nor have you interacted or saved it, you know? Like, I think they need to be a little bit more liberal with the technology blending here. But as you can see, it's not like a complete like turn off. I don't know how to say it right. It's not a complete mess. I'll say that, right? So I killed it. I'm gonna be here for some time for the cops come. Oof. Like, why can't I message you on your Discord server? Because I'm currently turned off messages. Well, not really turned off messages, but I still see messages, I still read them. I just won't respond to them. Because I have no time to really look at Discord and stuff like that. I can't have meaningful conversations if I only have about like 1 hour of time just to check online stuff. But yeah, sorry about that. I just I just don't have the time to respond to everything. But as you can see, the blending does seem to be okay-ish at the first iteration, right? You can see the new terrain over there, the old terrain that we had before, the whole jungle biome, right? And you can see this huge divide in the chunks that were saved and the chunks that are newly generated, right? We basically got a postage stamp of stuff. But you also can see, like, right? Like, it's not a straight line. They do some mixing up here and there, but it's not enough to be like, you definitely tell that this is wrong, right? And plus, if I do turn up my biome blend, it's gonna look pretty similar, right? You're gonna see, if you know what you're looking for, you're gonna see this is a lighter blue, right? This is gonna be a darker blue. You see this chunk boundary, and it doesn't look natural. But we're also gonna turn that off because it lags a lot. But yeah, hello, Kron. Yes, hello. Hey, Rub Runner, how are you guys doing today? It's fine. I was gonna say Monday morning, Saturday morning. Now, I mean to say you don't have permission to message in the server. Oh, if you don't have the permission, if you don't have the person permission, then you can't message anything. And obviously, if that's the case, then I probably missed putting that role on you. So I'll get to it. I'm gonna type this right after Tabby joins. Oh. But you can see, like, here, look at this, right? Like, this looks cool, but you can also tell that it's trying to blend it, right? Like, this doesn't look like any natural formations that we've seen up until the snapshots dropped, right? Like, these are not natural terrain. It's trying to blend in from zero, from sea level, from the bottom of the ocean, all the way up to here. And although it is smooth, it does not look natural, right? It is continuous, but not natural. And I think that's a problem they're going to have to face when they develop this tech further. But, yeah, you can see, like, the caves are here and stuff like that. But probably, if you look underground, right, the caves will get cut off or won't connect properly down below, right? And we got weirdness. We got oddities like this, right? Or we got a floating mass of nether goodness in the middle of nowhere because it's trying to place it between blended terrain, but it doesn't know where the boundary of the blended terrain is. So weird, but it's a step in the right direction, right? But look at this, right? You can see that it kind of curves around. It kind of forms this lake around here, although I don't think this will be here. Let's see. This is like 2,300. We'll go to 2,300 when we load up this world in the server, which I have already loaded in the seed in the same server jar. But you look at this. This is I don't know. Even with this, right? Even if you were to convert a world right now, because you wouldn't want to convert a world right now because it doesn't form the caves, it just forms the deep slate underneath. But this just looks cool, right? Like, I think you're gonna be happy. The thing that's bothersome about this is technical players. Now, technical players, they love to have their worlds not messed with that much. But one of the options that was proposed to the technical players was that they would keep the bedrock at Y0, but only keep the bedrock at Y-64 in newly generated terrain, which means that below that bedrock, that previous bedrock floor, they would have nothing, right? They would have void. And although they haven't done that, or they haven't said they were going to do that, right? Like, it doesn't look natural. It doesn't blend well, right? But it might prove more performant? No, not really, because there's a lot of things in Minecraft that have a lot of there's a lot of culling, I think, problems that they need to do in Minecraft. And when you're looking into a void, right? And you're looking far away. If there's nothing obstructing your view, they can't cull anything. They have to load up everything. They have to load up these mounds. They have to load up the water, blending in the mounds. Like, looking at this, is going to be painful for your system. But if you're just looking at a block, right? They're just focused on rendering that block and maybe some blocks below it because of the alpha blocks, right? That you can see right through them. But if you look straight at the ground, you're probably going to get the most FPS, right? Because you're not loading up anything else. And when you move, right? When you move, it already preloads some areas, so you have a smoother experience, right? When you're playing the game. But as of right now, it is just it's just not it's just not that performant. Even in Bedrock, which is the more performant mode of playing these games, they still recommend. They have a little thing where they recommend you turn down the render distance, because the game gets a lot laggier when you transform the world, right? But as we go down, right, we're gonna go to Y0. Oops, there's no bedrock layer. Let's go all the way down to Y -64. And there's a bedrock layer. So, like I said, if you're going to upgrade, if you want to upgrade to this snapshot, I'd recommend against not doing that. Because otherwise you won't get the new caves underneath. But you will get a lot of deep slate, and maybe that's what you want. But actually, that could be something. That could be something you want. I mean, with perimeters and stuff like that, you're still going to have to dig all the way down, but like that means that there are no caves around, which means that there's not much to light up past that. But I think the void would be preferable to anyone who's a technical player who uses perimeters. That's probably a very low percentage of players, but yeah. Give me a minute, just gotta fix my fonts. By the way, I can't. It's held for review because it's different from everything else you've typed so far, right? And I don't think Google checks for that. So that's why no one else can see it, but I can read it. Even though it's not something that's derogatory in any way, the hateful speech. But now, let's go over to our multiplayer snapshot world, which is the same seed, right? Here we go. You know, you know what I was expecting? I didn't expect to be in the same jungle. I think this seed is good. I think this seed... Okay, I accidentally tapped my microphone there. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. It's shaking a little bit. The stand. But yeah, we could see some stuff, right? That'd be interesting. You spawn on that kind of island, right? Let's get a spyglass out here. But now we're not going to have a lot of the performance routes we had before. But yeah, you can see a cave down there. And if we go down below the Earth's surface, I was about to press survival mode and plummet to my death. We can go down and below. You can see the lush caves have joined in. And if we go down below Y0, you can see the other caves have been here. So these are going to be the same caves that you're going to see like if you update the world when they add the cave blending, blending in. So that's a fun thing to look for, right? And we'll go back to the same spot. Oh no, is it over here? Yeah, it's like over here, yeah. Okay, and plus you can see here, right? You had the there was no jungle temple when we just flew over, right? Flied over. But yeah, here we go. We're like in the same spot, right? Like 0 and 300. And this is what the terrain would give us. Yeah, you can see it, right? We have that little ruined portal down there. And where's that yeah, okay. And we still have this this mountain range here, right? This was the same mountain range. You could remember, if you remember the same azalea tree that was here before, right? We have that here as well. So this is like the same as we saw it, but there's no water because it was an ocean before. But it just blended in. It just blended in what was supposed to be here, right? So what was supposed to be here, the new snapshots, in this snapshot, I mean, was this like river and cave little system, right? And it looks pretty cool. We got this valley, but since we spawned it in 1.17 and updated the world, the oceans were already saved and rendered in, and we got like a little ocean straight around here, and then it curves up into this mountain range, right? But let's look at the other mountain range that was likely cut off, right? Like here, right? So here was most likely where, remember when you saw the calcite strip go down all the way, right? It is much higher than what we saw before. Although, let's try to find that cave. I think this might be the cave that cut through before, maybe. Or maybe this is it. I'm not sure, but there was a cave that we saw cut through. That still cut through with the biome blending. And yeah, this is just much higher, right? I don't know how to say this better, but yeah, the terrain is so much different in this world, but it is mostly the same, right? It's still pretty spectacular that they managed to blend it all, right? Although I didn't really account for the to spawn in a jungle again, right? And over here, right, like the dark oak forest that lined the what is it called, the jungle before, it's all here. It's all here. But yeah, it's pretty nice. So I don't think you should be worried about upgrading your world, right? I don't think you should be that worried. Especially since this is like the first snapshot they'll do this. I'm thinking the snapshots will go up until the end of November. I think they'll keep on iterating on it, fixing some bugs, make some cave blending systems maybe. Make the biome blending systems better. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I don't know how to say it better. I'm sorry. I am not so energetic this morning. Oh, it finally works, but it has a smile over every letter, but it works. But yeah, I'm going to read the patch notes now that it says it in more detail, right? By the way, we'll go back to where we started, kind of, right? Yeah, the edge between the old and new world generation is now adjusted when you upgrade a world. When generating close to old chunks, hue terrain. Okay, they messed up there. Hue terrain is adjusted to better match the existing terrain at the borders. In old chunks, if there is bedrock at y equals 0, the column below will be filled with deep slate. So, actually, yeah, we did check that. Worlds upgraded the snapshot will permanently have this deep slate. If you want new caves at height 0 later, make sure to keep it back up before upgrading. So that is a thing to look at. Let's see. Hello. I'm alive. The old bedrock between Y0 and Y4 in old chunks get replaced with deep slate, and the new bedrock layer is placed at Y-64. Yep. And the priority updates video settings has been renamed to Chunk Builder. So we have this new thing, it's Chunk Builder. So nearby chunks are compiled in parallel threads. This may result in brief visual holes when blocks are destroyed. Or we can have semi-blocking, which some actions within a chunk will recompile the chunk immediately. This includes block placing and destroying. And then we got fully blocking. Nearby chunks are always compiled immediately. This may impact game performance when blocks are placed or destroyed. So yeah, we got some settings that will help you with your performance goals, maybe. So this is basically like, what do you want to update when you're playing on your world, right? What kind of things do you want to visually update? What kind of things want to catch your eye, right? Because basically this is like if you know how light works, right? If you know how your eye takes in light, you're basically saying, how much light do I want to reach my eye and for me to process when you're turning on these chunks and stuff, turning on these values, right? Because if you do fully blocking, right, you're gonna get this kind of stuff, right? I'm just running around, loading new chunks, maybe breaking some blocks. But if we do something like threaded, I think, maybe it won't update completely. Although this might not be great because I'm playing this on a server, right? But like some things might not happen. You might see things load slowly. You might when water flows down, it might not be smooth. You might see it load in like batches, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to really test this without going into the single player world. Maybe we should go into the single player world. Let's test it, right? Let's go into the single player world and test it. Hola. So we still are in single thread, right? Or threaded? Threaded, right? Let's see. Am I still on threaded? Yes. Okay. Maybe it's better to just TP ourselves like 500. Yeah, let's do 2,000 blocks. And let's see if we are in terrain, right? Go load. Okay. Okay, let's go down or something. Let's try to test this out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if my computer is still good for this update, or I'm just testing it wrong. But Threaded should. What I'm thinking Threaded should do is that the block will be kind of ghost blocky, like you would see if you play Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition, or Nintendo Switch Minecraft Bedrock on Nintendo Switch. Oh, we found a we found a place here. Found a mushroom biome. But yeah, it's just not I really am not seeing like it disappearing or reappearing. I'm not sure what it really means. Let's see. Let's get a water bucket. It's still going fast. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for. But I would assume that it would be like that. If you ever watched someone with Optifine, sometimes their lighting across chunks or redstone across chunks don't update in sync, even though they should. Even though they do update in sync in game, it's just visual that they don't update in sync, so it saves on performance. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to do around here, but I don't think threaded is that bad. I mean, brief visual holes when blocks are destroyed. Like, what do you expect me to see around here, right? Like, am I supposed to see the chunks through the world? Is that what that means? Like, am I supposed to simulate, like, I'm gonna be seeing a chunk through a world when I break a block? Because I could definitely see some of that, maybe. But I don't know if that's my hand or just, like... Because I am lagging when I'm moving around here. And this should be the less laggiest option, right? Because it's making sure that it's not updating everything to your, visually, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this is supposed to work. Semi-blocking. This should be the medium laggy option, right? Because it's loading up more things. It's bringing you more updates. But I don't see any difference. I think fully blocking this should be how it was before, right? Like everything's loaded at the time. So this is how you should be able to play the snapshots before, like these kind of settings were introduced, right? Yeah, and I still don't feel a difference. I don't see a difference. I don't feel a difference. I'm not sure if it's working. But let's assume that it is, because my computer's not like a potato PC. It's probably okay running every single mode, right? I don't know. I'm playing on the SMP with no one online. Lol. Switch version is definitely laggy, lol. Yeah, it is. Hey, Toon Dude, though. Hello. How are you doing today? Where did they on be? But also you get like... Actually, you know what's interesting? This is really flat. This is a really flat mushroom biome. It's actually pretty large. Yeah, this is very large. Flat and large. I've never seen a mushroom biome look like this. Never. We also got a little cave and aquifer over there, interestingly enough. Let's go down below. Sorry, this is just interesting. I'm just here messing up everything. Yeah. Got like nothing spawning down here. I mean, this would be like... This is like the perfect place to put like a mob spawner on the outer edge of this island, right? Oof. That is framey. That is very framey. Oh, look at this. You got a little ruined portal down below. Nice. I do really like that. Oh, we also got like a very deep drop cave here. Nice. Okay, very interesting. Although, let's see. What is the... Okay, it's still like close to sea level. It's just really flat. I never seen this before. I never expected it. Yeah, that is the biggest mushroom island I've ever seen. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I just need breakfast. So, they should make giant shrooms to remove the boring in this biome. Yeah, but do you really think, like, is this rare? I'm not sure. They did a lot of biome size rebalancing, but if we could find another mushroom island, I mean, I've seen very, very small ones too. Like, it was the size of like this, right? And maybe this is too, this biome is like very rare, like it offsets that. Let's actually try to find another one. Let's TP ourselves. Let's TP ourselves like 10,000 blocks. Let's locate, slash locate biome, mushroom fields. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see how big this one is. Yeah. Yeah, this is very small. This is very, very small. It's even, I mean, it's still kind of rare. You still got like a little lava pool in the middle. Like, the funny thing is that you could go and do these coordinates on Bedrock Edition when they put out the next beta with the new world gen and the new world blending stuff, right? Like, you could go to this. You can go to this spot. It probably is not going to have that lava pool. I think some of this, I think the placement of some of these blocks is going to be, or some of these structures, like the mushrooms and the little tiny mushrooms, right? The plant-like mushrooms, like these are going to be different, but like I think the terrain shape is going to be similar. So compare this, right? Like I said, right, to the massive mushroom fields that we saw before. Like that is. We still got a lot of biome size discrepancies, and it's just like, this is large, this is big, this is nice. It'd be nice if you found that one, right? This one is like barely usable. But you also got a little guardian temple here, so it's not like if you find this place, you can make like a portal here, make a portal there or something like that, and then get up to this farm if you make a farm, right? Could be interesting. But yeah. So, let's go back. I wish I could do like TP spawn. Like I could go back to spawn very easily, but no, I have to what did I do again? I did like negative 2,000, right? I did like 2,000. We'll do negative 2,000, negative 10,000. We should be close to spawn, I think. Actually, spawn is like at 0, 0. Oh, forgot. We're in a single player world. That's why things aren't loading that fast. This is still the same seed on the multiplayer world. Except for the fact that I didn't turn off anything. Game rule. Do weather cycle false. Game rule. Do daylight cycle false. Time set day. Weather clear. There we go. So we're gonna look at the other stuff that they said they done. So let's see. This amount of flooded caves near rivers and ocean coastline. So if you ever played in the last snapshots, a lot of caves near rivers would be flooded. And honestly, I think I said this. I'm not sure if I did before, but I'll say it now just to be clear. I said it was a little bit cool, right? That some of these caves are flooded, but I also thought, like, if there's a lot of these, it's going to be annoying to explore and light up, right? So we're just going to look at caves surrounding these places, and I accidentally bumped my microphone again. Sorry about that. Hear thumps, right? But yeah, we got this cave, even though here, right, we got this little aquifer that kind of acts like a ravine here. It's not going to be flooding this place. Yeah, what a cave though, what a cave. Oh, we got a little water stream, a whole lava stream down there. What am I? Fully blocking? Threaded. Let's try threaded. I'm not sure if it actually matters if you're not running your own single player game though. But yeah, maybe this cave would have been flooded. We don't really have a baseline to compare because we don't have one that has this kind of sea generation, right? But yeah, as you can see, this is still part of the river, kind of. So this is flooded, right? So maybe they just tighten the tolerance for how much these can flood, right? Or how close to the rivers they can flood when they generate. So that looks like one, right? This is also like a cave-like thing. Yeah, it's flooded. And this one is still somewhat close, but it has an aquifer, and it's not flooded, right? Although it shouldn't have to be flooded. That's a pretty big entrance there. And this one is also flooded. Because it connects to... It kind of connects here. Kind of connects to this aquifer. Huh, it doesn't really connect to anymore. Does it not connect? Is this part of it? I mean, I guess that might be, it might be part of this, this cave carver here. This tiny spaghetti cave carver, right? Yeah. So chooses to flood that one. Are there any more examples of flooded ones? And this is also flooded. And it's pretty close to this river. See any more caves around here? Okay, there's another cave around here. This is carved out. It's part of another thing. But this is also carved out. And it's not flooded. Actually, it is flooded. It is flooded somewhat. Okay. I'm not sure what the range is then. But it also looks like the flooding only occurs at the sea line of the coast, right? 63. Y63, right? This one's not flooded, and this one goes below Y63. So I'm not sure how they detect this stuff, but I think less flooded caves is good. Less flooded caves are flooded caves are annoying in general. And I don't think you really want, if you have a lot of rivers near you, like to have to light it all up or delete all the water, right? Although this looks like... What is it doing with this? Is this a flood? It is flooding inside the cave. But is that considered flooding the cave? But this is flooding the cave as well. And it has an H pattern of magma blocks. I keep on tapping it, I'm sorry guys. But yeah, I just don't know what the criteria is for it. Because these are flooded, but this isn't. I'm not sure how they really detect it. But it seems like the caves that are in like a 16 block-ish vicinity, probably like vertically and side to side of a river, right? are just flooded. Because this is even flooded, right? This is a ravine that cuts through right here, and it's just flooded because part of it connects with the coastline, even though this is like a little bit farther away. I kind of wish we knew the criteria. But yeah. Gotta go see you. Well, have a good rest of your day, Mr. Cheese. Hi, Tabby Earth Gaming. Hi, Jackson Jordan. How are you doing today? How are you guys doing today? How are you guys and gals? I keep saying that, but I feel like, you know, I'm gonna go a little rant here. But like, I feel like when I say guys, it means everyone, right? It's not like a collective, like, it's not like a collective he term, right? Like when I say guys, I mean everyone, right? I don't know how other people say it, but like, it just feels weird to say guys and gals because it seems like, oops, you know that I didn't want to exclude you, but also just like, why? Like, I could just say, hey all, Scott here, something like that, you know. Just remove guys from the picture. But yeah, I don't play Minecraft. I have that on, but it lags my world. Everyone is hyped for 1.19 except for me, still waiting for 1.18 to come out. Same W. I use Experimental for PS4 to play. I am a human. I play on Snapshot sometimes. On Minecraft or IRL, because duh. Snapshot sometimes. Minecraft. Oh, I'm a robot. What if I was lying, and you were lying? And I play Bedrock and Java too. Bedrock, Java on Bedrock? I don't know. Though I do play both. I will say that. I'm not sure how much you guys play, but I just play Java if I'm on a PC. I do test things out on Bedrock on Java, but if I play Bedrock, it's usually on Nintendo Switch, because I play a lot of things on Nintendo Switch, especially Metroid Dread at this moment. You know what's funny? I'll tell you a little. This is a little side tangent. I don't think Metroid Dread is that hard. It's definitely one of the more difficult games that I've played in recent times, in recent memory. But there's so many like 1-star reviews on the page, right? On the review on the page on Amazon, right? Like, gosh, this game sucks. It's too hard. And I'm like, what? I played the game. You can download the demo right now. Like, I had a hard time before I knew how to, or before I learned how to switch modes more easily. But like, other than that, it's pretty easy. I only got lost once, and that's only because I forgot what I was doing a couple days after the last time I played, and I just don't know. I feel like it's not that hard and doesn't warrant a lot of the 1-star reviews that it gets, right? Hey, guess who I am? Hey, Matt's Music, what's going on? Hello. How are you doing? But by the way, when I talk about Metroid Dread right here, I will say that I do recommend the game for anyone who wants to play it. It's very fun. In my opinion, if you have a Nintendo Switch Online, you can try out Super Metroid, though. I will say that Super Metroid is very janky and clunky with its controls, and it's also emulated through Switch Online. Oh, this one doesn't have a beehive. I thought this was part of the metal. Actually, no, it's not. You try it on Switch Online if you want to, but just know that if you even like Super Metroid remotely, and you know that Switch Online is not the best experience, then I think you'll find Metroid Dread very fun. I think the worst part about Metroid Dread is that what is it called? Some of the music is not that memorable compared to Super Metroid. Oh, this is jank. But also, the double jump mechanic, it's a power up that you get like later on in the game. It just doesn't work that well. I really am struggling to find like why I had to time it so perfectly compared to the other mechanics in the game, right? Well, anyway, let's get back to the stuff. I played both, but I've been playing Bedrock more lately because I figured out how to turn off VSync, and it's so much smoother, lol. Yeah, Bedrock, you see here, right? I get 16 chunks. That's in the middle here. I can go to 32 chunks. In Bedrock, in the caves and cliffs, experimental stuff, I can go up to like 73, 84 chunks. And I don't even have to allocate that much more RAM to it, right? So I allocate 4 gigs of RAM to this instance of Minecraft for Java, and I don't even know how much Bedrock takes, but with the, let's assume that it's the same amount of RAM, or even it's just 2 gigs, right? I'm still getting a ton more chunks than I can see outside, right? Like, the world looks so much more different when you can see so much more of it. As if I don't have to say that to be more convincing, right? But yeah, as we go here, the rivers and the stuff do blend in pretty well. You're not seeing any, like, dry ravines and stuff. And you're not seeing an influx of, like, flooded caves, although that seems to be a little bit flooded right there. But yeah. Wrong, I'm Tabby other account. I am, sad. I've evidence that Bedrock and Bedrock have the new skunk blocks in the new beta and the darkness effect. Yeah, we checked that out last stream. And that's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. But yeah, let's move on to the next stuff. Aquifer water levels change less often, so you have more large areas at the same water level. Okay, we did see that. Like a lot of the caves, a lot of the flooded caves that we see, like these caves are not going to be flooded. Like this is Y63, right? And this is also an aquifer at Y63, and they wouldn't really change that because it's kind of annoying to go up water streams with a boat, because your boat doesn't naturally rise up, right? Like, it doesn't naturally go against a current upwards or stuff like that. It is just, if you go down a level, you're stuck on the level, kind of, right? Like, so it's better for boat travel in that way. Oh, got a little X back there. But yeah, we see underground, right? Let's give ourselves night vision. Effect. Give. I mean, I could do it all. I don't. No other mob is going to use night vision. Amplifier 1. True high particles. Let's go. Let's go down below into the ocean flow. Okay, these are all pretty standard. Okay, so this one splits off a little bit. You can tell this is a different aquifer, but you can see that it is the same Y level there. And let's see how far we can go with this one. Okay. This drops off. These are actually part of the terrain, not aquifers. Okay, this is also a swamp biome. Anything else? Do I see anything, any lava aquifers we can reference? I mean, here, I guess. But this is like Y54, which, yeah, that's like the lava level of below. And this is like Y53, kind of aquifer-ish. It's also like Y53, right? No? Yeah. I'm gonna find a decent cave to check out here with a lava aquifer. Oh, that's a lot of diamonds. Maybe you should mine through the lava. Interestingly enough, oh, we got a little lava pocket at the bottom of the world. I mean, maybe that's what they mean by threaded. Pretty sure it's not that. And this is also Y53, 54. Yeah. That's just the bottom lava level. Not finding any good lava aquifers to look at. Or any, in that matter, right? Oof, that is a lot of geode. In a small amount of space. Look at that. Oof. Oh, this geode cuts into another geode. That is quite a spawn right there. Okay, we got some. I mean, I guess This might be a different aquifer, right? Because it kind of splits, yeah. But it also kind of moves into it, right? So, interesting. But what I was saying is that, actually I didn't say this at all, but the change is that lava aquifers are less common, which is true, I think, since we've been flying around a lot. But I kind of wanted to see, like, an example of a lava aquifer meshing with, like, a water aquifer level, right? Oh! We found an iron ore vein! Haven't seen one of these in a while. Look at that. That is an iron ore vein. You can see the tuff and the iron just go up, up and up and up, and we got lots of other ores around here too. Like, dang, very lucky for everything so far. We've seen very, very strange and rare occurrences, in this alone, and we still got the iron ore vein coming on over here. Oh, look at that, a real raw iron ore block in the wild. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. We don't really see any lava aquifers that we can check. Nothing too interesting around here. Yeah, maybe we'll give up on the search. What level is this? Yeah, this is still like the level of oops. This is still the level of the lava lake. So I thought this is much more open, actually, right? This looks pretty cool. I like this openness. Pretty nice. I mean, for all the years that I've played in in cramped caving spaces, right? Like, that is very new and exciting to me, to have more open caves. Man, are you gonna find this? Yeah, you are. It's just a spotter spawner. Yeah, those little lava aquifers are not that common. They just look to be like the regular lava levels that we've had in Minecraft before, right? Like a y equals 10, right? You mine at y equals 11 so you don't run into the block, right? And the same is going to be for here. Mine at like y negative 54 so you don't run into lava at your feet level, right? Oh, we got a big one here. Heck yeah. Although you wouldn't be able to see it from here, right? And what is it again? I see a lot of lava lakes. We're okay, yeah, we're at the same height where you would be strip mining for diamonds, basically, right? But yeah, but I do see a lot of these lava lakes, lava pools. I don't think they're considered lava aquifers though. Which is why I'm not really calling them out. We aren't really seeing any large lava aquifers. I mean, this one is. Surely, right? Yeah, negative 54. And we got another raw iron ore vein. Okay. I mean, another iron ore vein. Dang. I think we've been very, very lucky looking through these caverns here. You're gonna have to explore a lot to find all this, though. I am just speed running through through the ground here. Okay. Actually, yeah, that's kind of it for the changelog. Let's get to the last point here. Restricted big drip placement to clay, grass, dirt, farmland, moss, rooted dirt, podzol, and mycelium. So that also means that it won't grow on anything when you find a lush cave, right? It won't grow. Actually, that's only a lush cave top. It won't grow on different blocks. I think it grew on like almost any block that was waterloggable before, but now it's just like it's just restricted to those grass and clay blocks, right? Those dirt and clay blocks that probably hold moisture in them. How hard is it to find a big drip? How hard is it to find some lush cave around here? Jeez. Okay, we got one here. We got some. Oh, we got some. We got some deep slate copper. We're finding so many rare things. If we find deep slate coal, that'd be lit, yo. Don't worry, hang on with the kids, you know. Yeah, big drip leaf blocks. They're placed on these blocks. Nothing to see, nothing off to see here. Placed on the clay. It's kind of weirdly lit with the night vision. It doesn't look like it spawns on the moss naturally, though. It looks like it just spawns in the water, in the clay naturally. Oh, we got a little surfboard there. We found some more deep slate copper. Okay. Got a little mine shaft here. Nice little overhang. Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't see it placing any drip leaves like I think it needs to. I think when it places the clay and the water stuff, it will try to place the drip leaves there. But yeah, other than that, you don't really see much of it. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay. I think we're just gonna test out the blocks now. test out the other stuff now. Ooh, nice. Okay, we're gonna test out what it says it did, and we're gonna do some more testing there because we got some bug fixes to go over, which are quite interesting to look at. Also, we got a Savannah here. Windswept Savannah. These are the shattered Savannas, I think. Ooh, we got that. Oh, baby, look at this shattered Savannah. Hello. Holy moly, this is a fun place to live. Shattered Savannah looks kind of dope over there, but over here it's kind of like ooh, we're playing in some like farmlands territory. Oh, this is interesting. And you can see all the new ore placements, right? Like you can see a lot of iron up here, you can see a lot of coal too. Like dang. This shattered Savannah goes up high. 233 blocks. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Actually, I think I'll read chat before I do this stuff, because there appears to be a lot of chat. Gotta go. Oh, well, have a good rest of your day, Kron. Sorry I missed that. That was a long time ago. Fun fact, you can change your speed with the scroll wheel and spectator. Yes, I can, and that's what I've been doing. OMG is lagging days right up to his friend. Yes, I am his friend. Fun fact, you can possess mods by seeing their perspective and right-clicking them, yes. How do I meet Redware 2? You can comment on his videos. I mean, I think he reads all his comments, regardless if he replies to them or reacts to them. And their vision. How do I meet Redware 2? You be his friend. Hey, like a reply. I answered to beat Rec. You need to be his friend. You have to be his friend. If you want an answer from him. How do you meet Civ? Bye. Okay. Very rude customer, I will say. Just coming here, just dine and dash, you know. Sorry you guys had to deal with it while I was not doing anything. While I was not reading chat at me. How to meet Civ. I think it's kind of weird. Because if you guys been following along for any of this EchoCraft stuff, right? When we met Civ and Rec for season 2, they had lower subscribers than like me, and I had like 300 subscribers at the time, I think. So like, so they just grew because they produced content that people wanted to watch, right? And it's not that we became friends with them because we were lucky to have them like to meet them while they were growing. Like we just it was more of a tight-knit group before that. EchoCraft wasn't a big thing, and we're still not technically a big thing, but we are expanding, right? So, and basically, if you ever want to get on EchoCraft, you gotta check the EchoCraft community Discord and stuff like that. apply with the application link when the application's open. They're not open right now, and it's not going to open until like next summer or something like that. So that's how a lot of these things work, right? So if you really want to play, you've got to make. If you really want to hang out like in person or in game and stuff like that, you really got to. Unless we're doing like events that viewers can join or something like that, right? You gotta create content that we kind of enjoy, like, and we want on the server, right? Like you'd be a fun person to hang out with and be a fun person to create content with. And although I'm not creating a lot of content right now, it's because of school and stuff like that. We still are looking forward to anything, and we're a very supportive community. If you let us respect you, and you respect us, right? Like you're not just looking for like, oh my OMG, I just met Branzy or something like that, right? Like I feel like that's something that should be said before anybody gets anything in their heads like I'm just gonna connect you straight to Rec Rap or something like that. That's not how it works. Yeah, lol. What's wrong? Are you tripping, bro? You tripping? Nothing. No, you are, homie. Something's wrong with you. You're already laughing. Like, who are you partnered with on Lifesteal SMP? Nothing. It's just funny, fishy. It's a bit sus, and not Rickroll. I don't know what that means. By the way, partnered with on the Lifesteal SMP. I'm not on the server. And I don't know what it means to be partnered. And you want to be Civ, be his grand. But yeah, we're gonna check out the other stuff here. We're gonna fall down, you know. We're gonna fall down a little bit here so that we don't. There's actually a really small swamp biome. What a travesty. Let's get the blocks out here though. Clay, grass, dirt, farmland, moss, rooted dirt, podzol, and mycelium. Basically, it's treating it like a plant now. It's basically just treating it as a regular plant now. So we're gonna place it all in here. So you know if this grows over, right? Like, it's still gonna be dirt. And I don't think if it ever grew, if you had a drip leaf plant ever growing on this, right? And then grass grows underneath it, like it's gonna pop off or something like that, right? And let's see if the texture goes all the way down. No, it doesn't. That's probably a bug. It's these kind of things, right? Like, I'm not sure if you know this, but some of these texture offsets go underneath the block here, right? So this this grass goes underneath the block by about almost 2 pixels, right? And I think a lot of blocks have a little thing, a little bit more texture underneath it, especially the plant blocks, because they are offset when placed in the world, right? And it would be weird looking at them from an angle where you can see nothing, right? And if we place one more, yeah, you can see it definitely grows like that, right? But yeah, there's no bottom pixels down below. So it's not the same as every other plant block, which is unfortunate. I think it used to have. I think actually the small drip leaf probably has. Right? Small drip leaf probably has some texture in there, right? I think you can also see inside. Yeah. So you can see like half the last green part, half the last dark green part here. Like, only that part is showing, and there's an even greener part below, right? So the small drip leaf plant actually has some texture below when it offsets here, but the drip leaf plant doesn't have that. And I'm not sure if they're going to change that or going to fix that or something like that, but they should, I think, since they're considering the drip leaf a plant, right? But yeah. It's been so small to rickroll though. So, technical changes. Some internal details of blocks and fluid ticking have been changed to improve save times. While it should behave exactly as it was, it might be a good time to test your redstone contraptions on a copy of the world or with the backup, of course. The chunk format has been updated. So that just means that water flowing and wall flowing will be ticked. Well, it should be ticked the same as it was before, right? And should be okay if you upgrade a world. But if you have a lot of redstone contraptions that require a lot of fluids moving at the same time, in case you make like a big cobblestone generator or something like that, you might want to check into that to see if it doesn't break, see if the fluid ticking is okay, and report any bugs that might come across later. Right. So for world data, the chunk format, a lot of things have just been renamed to not have the level dot like category, like directory beforehand, right? So level, everything contains is just level.entities, goes to entities, and you can imagine the other ones like level.title entities move to block entities, level.title ticks to, and level.2b ticked has been moved to block ticks, and everything has been like grouped up and categorized in more simpler to understand and less nested command structure or syntax structure, right? So that's how that works. If you're a content creator that works with a lot of map stuff, or like a lot of the code stuff. So then there is a bug that's been fixed. Deep War Motion generates without coral and sea pickles. Now this was a thing that I saw on Twitter. Let's see, locate biome. Deep. They got rid of the Deep War Motion. And they just did that, right? like I just said, Deep War Motion generates without coral and sea pickles. They just got rid of the Deep Warm variant at the moment. I'm not sure what's that all about for reals. But is this Deep Warm? This is Warm Motion. This is Deep Lukewarm Motion. Yeah, we're in the Warm Motion here. So as you can see, the Warm Ocean generates coral and stuff, right? Generates coral and sea pickles. And as you see, some of it might be crossing over to the lukewarm ocean, but it is trapped within this. And this is part of what makes this biome different, right? This is part of what makes this biome different from other biomes. But they removed the deep variant, supposedly, for this one, because the terrain already slopes down in these parts, and nothing's really that deep anymore, right? Like, I think before every single thing goes to like Y30, right? Like if they go down the lowest, they'll go down to Y30 or something like that, right? For for the bottom of the seafloors, right? But as you come over here, right? This is the deep lukewarm motion, right? Like this is not that deep. Like this is a lukewarm ocean. We'll find some deep lukewarm ocean here. It's basically the same. If we go down below, right? We'll basically get back to like 38-ish, right? Yeah, 37, 38-ish. We'll try to find ourselves a let's see. Locate biome, deep cold ocean. We'll go to a cold ocean, right? And we'll see if the bottom of these places are that different from the deep warm ocean, right? Like there were some biome specific things in every single one of these oceans, but I don't think the deep variant has a place anymore, due to how the biomes are constructed nowadays, right? So we can go down here. I think this is deep enough, right? Like we still go down to like 38, 38, 37, right? Like I don't think there's a real need for the deep ones if the terrain already blends into deep ones, because they got rid of the hills, they got rid of the edge biomes from this update, because they didn't make any sense, because those biomes were tied to how terrain generated. Now that biomes and terrains are decoupled, right? It doesn't really make sense to include those, and I don't think it really makes sense to include the deep the deep variants of these oceans, especially if the terrain already goes down that deep in certain areas, right? And biomes are not placed based on their what is it called? Biomes are not placed based on what terrain should have been there, right? Anymore. So that's how I explained it very badly. Hopefully you understand that. But yeah, Badland layers not generating properly. So we can locate a biome called not a Badlands, eroded Badlands, and these should be back. The pillars that you see in eroded Badlands should be back. That's just funny. That's a bit sus. Another article. Hey, Colonel Millet. welcome back. Tomorrow's my birthday. Well, happy early birthday then. Wait, your birthday's on Halloween? Interesting. You know what's funny? My birthday. Sorry you didn't ask this, but I was just thinking, like, should I share such coincidences? My birthday is New Year's Eve. Ooh. But yeah, you know what? I'll share this story because it's quite funny. Back when I was in kindergarten, I used to think my parents lied to me. And my birthday was actually January the 1st. So I kept telling my teachers that it was that date. Although I was wrong. And since I was wrong, you know, I come back to these days and I'm just like, why would I think that? Why would I think my birthdays? Why would I think my parents lied about my birthday? Especially since my mother probably knew everything that happened on my birthday. You know, why would they lie about that? I was just like, hey, it's actually January 1st. But yeah, that's a little funny story there. I don't care. I gotta go by. Well, have a good rest of your day, Tabby Earth. But yes, hopefully, if any of you guys have birthdays, you can share them. I'll wish you a happy birthday if you wish to wish. Happy Halloween and birthday. I kind of messed that up. If you wish a happy birthday, you wish a happy Halloween too. You dress up for your birthday and your Halloween. You get both candy and cake. Although I'm not sure if you guys are like me, or I just basically don't celebrate the holidays anymore. I'm just happy it's a day off. I'm just happy if a holiday is a day off. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I don't have time to plan the celebrations. I don't really care the celebrations. I'm just happy that I get a day off, that I can work on work or something like that, or I can just do some chores around the house. I'm just like, thank goodness it's a holiday right now, right? My birthday is December 30th, funny enough, lol. Oh, nice. Nice. Too bad the 30th isn't a holiday. I win. Just kidding. But yeah, we basically saw what we needed to see. The Badlands is a little bit eroded now, right? Although this isn't really eroded Badlands here. Can still go over here, right? Me is 22nd of Mars? 2021? March, you mean, I think, right? We got eroded Badlands like that? Okay, cool. I just like how I think it always the weirdness of this river cut just it always gets to me. Like, I feel like it shouldn't be this clean cut. I feel like it should like cave in a little bit or be more messy, but you can see it like it just cuts up from the rivers, right? And I think it's because Hendrik and the team decided not to focus on that. I think they actually said that they skipped trying to do that with the eroded stuff. Just like that's a different blending thing that we can do once we introduce 3D biomes again, like 3D biomes in its entirety, right? But yeah, 22nd of March though. What is there anything near that? Is there any holiday near that? You know, actually, it's. I'm gonna say this right. It's actually bad if your birthday is near a holiday. If you got parents who care, right? I won't say your parents don't care, but like if your parents care enough, right? They'll they'll give you gifts, they'll give you presents or something like that on your birthdays. And honestly, like, they just are, I don't know, sure what your parents have done or would be doing, but they just loop in Christmas and they just loop in Christmas and birthday celebrations. And plus, since my family's birthday, my intermediate family's birthday, is all in the same month, we actually group it all together for just one celebration. And this is why I like the holidays as well, because we don't normally give gifts, we don't normally give presents, but we do go to a very good place to eat. And I really appreciate that more than getting gifts these days. Like, I can purchase my own things, right? My own stuff. But getting to eat with your family is something that is very fun and very nice indeed, right? I think going to a good restaurant or going to a this is a very weird aquifer look. Oh, interesting. Getting to eat and getting to hang out with your family is better than just is better done with food, right? Because I think presents don't go a long way, especially since a lot of your all your presents may be stuff that is tied to your growth, like clothes. In which case you'll grow out of it, and you'll have to secondhand it or sell it somewhere else, or you just use it as a rag in the future or something like that, or it will just be kept in your closet for who knows whenever, right? But having fun, eating food, going to a place that you wanted to go to but didn't have time to, I think that's a good joy to have. But yeah, okay. Powerfish don't spawn in deep, warm oceans. Okay, we already saw the warm oceans. I think we did see some powerfish. Let's go back to the oceans, right? Actually, which one was the warm ocean? Yeah, that was the warm ocean. But this was a bug with deep warm oceans, right? And as you can see right now, you can see powerfish, right? I don't think there was much of a difference there. Deep warm oceans don't count towards the adventuring time advancement. And of course, because it's got removed, we didn't see it in the list when we located the biome. Decorators are independent of World Seed. Stone could generate in the Nether. We can't really test that out. Lava pockets generate in icebergs, which is interesting. Actually, we can go to one of those. Locate frozen ocean, right? Locate biome. Deep frozen ocean. We check those out. Yeah, for me, my family rarely goes out to eat, so it's always nice. Especially to a fancy place, I think. And I say fancy, as in, like, the whole meal. For everyone, I have 4 people in my family, costs over $100. Like, more than $30 per person or something like that. More than $25 per person. That's what I consider fancy. Because we usually don't spend that much unless we go out to eat. And it's usually on hot pot, Peking duck, buffets, Korean barbecue, something like that. Not to go to some place like Outback Steakhouse. My family actually says I make better steak than the steakhouses. So it's not worth going. But as you can see right here, the icebergs don't generate any lava pockets. Because that was the thing that they changed so that in the mountainous biomes, right, you might see some lava pockets going down, but they changed it so that, I think they changed it so that some packed ice that spawns generated in the world in these carved out structures would be replaced by lava, but that's not the case in these glacier biomes, right? But yeah, I get $1. Oof. I don't know how you guys were raised, but like, I'm just saying this because Tabby here's got like $1. $1. But like, my parents incentivized me and my sister to do good in grades. You know how? $5 to $10 per semester. And if we got a 5 in a row or something like that, right? Like all the classes we took got A's, it was multiplied by double. So it really incentivized us to really get some money because we couldn't work at the time. Remember, there's no child labor in the United States, and plus it would not be nice to do that to poor kids who are just struggling to learn math, right? But yeah, that's how they incentivized us to do to get good grades and to do stuff. Not like they're not like they didn't act like so important like you should always get good grades or something like that. Like why should we reward you? No, they just pay people for their effort. Come on. Getting good grades, being a good person should be like standard, right? But like doing good things should also be rewarded in some way as well, I think. But yeah, war motions are weird because I think there was never another bug where draw never spawned. Ah, interesting. But yeah, that's my little rant there. I just feel like some families don't do enough and produce these like what is it called? Give like kids these mindset that you can never earn anything, right? You can never earn anything or be accepted unless you do what your parents say or something like that, right? Just like very binary thoughts on good and bad effort. I don't know how to explain what I feel with that rant, but yeah. I'd say I'll reward you, I'll compliment you, I'll make you feel good about the effort and the time that you put in stuff, right? If I know like I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about this stuff, but like I feel like it always just grinds my gears when like what is it called? Parents give you this like teach you this mindset that you're just not good enough. I don't know. You're just not good enough to receive money. Why are you asking me for money, hey? I don't know. My voice, my mind, it's going blank right now. I am tired and I have been speaking for an hour and a half. Oof. Okay. Let's see that. Yo. Oh, poor squid trapped in there. But I just like these large rivers when we go by them, especially if they're frozen, right? Just think about the boating opportunities. But hey, Bedrock Clips, what's going on? How are you doing today? And I'm sorry, Bedrock Clips, but we're kind of at the end of this segment. We've actually went through the bug report, and that's the last bit of the article that we can go through. By the way, if you guys ever want to follow the article while I'm reading it, it's always in the description. That's where you get the server stuff. That's where you get a lot of stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I heard some parents try to get their kids to do whatever they say in terms of their career choice, which is so manipulative, honestly. Yeah. I just feel like what is it called? It's like, they really just coerce people, to do good stuff. Like, they actually threaten. I mean, I don't remember the correct term for this, but like, they like withhold something from you, for not doing something right. Like, if you don't get A's, you're grounded or something like that. Although my parents never grounded me because they were we're not I say put it lightly, like they didn't grow up on American culture. They came here as fully grown and born Thai folk, and me and my sister were born here in America, and so we're Thai American, first generation removed, you know, that sort of stuff. So we didn't have like the grounding culture or whatever. Like, I don't think it even works. I don't think punishing your kids for doing bad things rather than rewarding them for doing good things is like the the best mindset a parent could have, right? Like, obviously, if a kid does something very stupid, like at the age of 8, they go into your car and they stole your keys and turn on the car and crash into the garage, you're gonna be like, what the heck? Don't do that again. Like, this is very dangerous. You gotta really tell them the stakes of what they just did, right? Like, you gotta give them the truth, but also you kind of gotta not be too harsh on them because they're still growing and they shouldn't be in like they should learn that, like, what is it called? They can't do anything because someone will just will take away their Nintendo DS or throw it outside the window of their car or something like that, right? Like, I think harsh punishments are always something that's like I'm always against, right? I think fair and reasonable punishments is what should be guided for, right? Like, make sure that your kid has boundaries. Make sure that children have boundaries. Make sure they adhere to that. Like, make them grow up into respectable people and to people that can respect others and listen to others. But also don't make them like super cynical about the world and apply what their parents do to their own kids and stuff like that. You just form a cycle of mistreatment and mishandling and disrespect and stuff like that. That is not something that I think people want. But yeah, we found a cool mountain, I think. Save that squid. Don't let the chief guy trap. Yeah, no. There's a lot of chiefs. Chief spawns every time. Chief spawns everywhere. Okay. He respawns everywhere. Even though he dies a lot, you know, he just respawns in everybody's worlds. There's no need to worry. Even if I don't save Chief one time, he'll just die on shore in another time. But yeah, that happened like 10 years ago. Oof. But yeah. By the way, we're not. We see this mountain, right? You see this goat? Okay, did it stop because it got outside the range? Because I have this render distance. I mean, no, we're on the server, right? Should be set to like 12 or 8. Is that guy too far away? But yeah, this is pretty fun, right? You climb up this whole mountain and you get this whole view. Not sure how many people are going to build here, but just let you know, right? If you want to build here, you can, in fact, turn snow into dirt. I think. Oh, you have to remove that? No. Oh, did they? This is actually Snowball, right? Oh, okay. They actually fixed that bug. I don't remember that in the changelog, but they actually fixed the bug where you can place it on. Let's see, powder stone. You can place Can you place other stuff? Can I just place grass too? No, I can't place grass. I think they fixed it. Yeah, they fixed it. I can't place anything on this snow. Right? You're probably gonna need some dirt blocks, right? You could probably find some if you want to grow some trees up here. But yeah, that is interesting. That's something we looked for before, and it did work before, right? Like, you would place it on snow, and you can bone meal it, and it would grow into something, and it would turn this into dirt. Interesting. Franzi's goat. But yeah, sadly, I think this is going to be it for this stream, guys. We've checked out everything in the snapshot. Hopefully, we'll see some more we'll see some more biome blending tech in the next snapshots, right? But this seems to be it. We're probably going to do the same thing as we did before. Create a world with the seed lagging in 1.17. And then load it up in the next snapshot and see where the borders go that time, or this time, or next time, and we'll compare it to the borders back here, right? If they make any changes to the biome tech, otherwise we'll just load up a new world in the seed lagging without having to make an old world first, right? But yeah, that is going to be it for this stream here. We went over everything in 21W43A, except for some extraneous features like the chunk data stuff, chunk format data, and what is it called? Actually, one of the bugs that I didn't go over was the Battleland Strata is covered by orange terracotta at Y160 and above, and I don't think we saw any of that. I don't think we saw like the whole place covered in. Imagine all the snow, right? But it was orange terracotta, right? Like it's covered in that. I don't think we saw any of that. I think we saw a lot of variety of blocks going up. But yes, this has been a fun time. Have a good day, good night, good life. And by the way, if you haven't seen my community post and you could donate $1 or something to the hashtag Team C's charity thing, it would be much appreciated. They do some good work, Mark Rober and Mr. Beast, in moving the community along to do these fun things. And by the way, if you want to do anything more in that domain, right, you should probably vote for people who actually believe or will put policies in for climate change and stuff like that, because pollution is a obvious like feature of climate change. Because a lot of pollution means a lot of ecosystems are affected by it, which in turn will affect the climate over time, especially if some species or some populations die in certain places, and a lot of things don't get down because we have all this human influence over the climate and stuff like that. And it's kind of bad that we're not focusing a lot of our money or our attention to it, especially since we are facing more difficult changes in time at the moment. But yeah, check out that community post if you want more information on that. It's the latest one. But yes, that's gonna be it. Have a good day, good night, good life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Let's get a little close. Yeah. Look through the glass and see the next stream. Probably next Saturday at 9. I'm not sure if you guys like these times, but I'm doing it because I have a lot of work to do in between Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, bye.